your youth want fly with the visa and take some trips to Ibiza. Meet some girl pretty like Lisa. Hannah, them can't solve murder, but quickly stop scammer.
Them a blame crime rate on the music, but for win election, them use it.
Ouch! Indeed. So I'm understanding that I have the privilege now. I'm in the groupings with Kurt Wright and Dub Master because the music you hear in the background, I think they're on the platform here this past week. And so it's not a music format I run, but New York, it's probably the second time this is being played here in New York on these platforms. And you might ask, why am I so excited? Well, I'm excited because in this segment here, which I consider one of the critical part of our presentation, on a Sunday evening, Melbourne motivation, we have the artist who just hear the lyrics from just now. Her name is Jaylaa. So I'm gonna just invite Miguel and let him run with it, And so, good evening, Miguel.
Erwin, an Ira good evening to you, and an Ira good evening to our distinguished listeners wherever in the world you're tuning in from. We thank you. My name is Miguel Anthony Melbourne. This week on Melbourne Motivation, of course, I have a special treat. Some brilliant young ladies.
Before you start,
Talk to me.
You see, I don't have my wheels are still here. Nobody taught me to use it. Otherwise, man, just retro format, man, I wheel and come again.
All right.
I'm gonna allow you to do that.
No, Erwin, I love the energy, and I was listening to the segment earlier, and I was just so happy to jump into this conversation today. But ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you why I am so excited. I have two very special guests in conversation today of two of Jamaica's young, super talented, rising female recording artists. Jaylaa is here. You may also know her as the Golden Voice, someone that Clarendon has long known her unique vocals are ready to transcend international borders and billboard charts. Also here with us is Britannia. You may also know her as DJ Whitey, or if you really know, the classroom DJ. Yes, her, right? St. Thomas has long been telling us to watch out for this young lady because she is ready for the big leagues. And so these ladies have blessed us with this new project, as you just heard. If you didn't take the time yet, download it on your phone, find it on YouTube, watch the video, wherever you consume quality music. You're going to love this one. And so with that, DJ Whitey, can you hear me? Fantastic. How you doing today? Welcome to Melbourne Motivation.
Yeah, I'm hearing you quite well, and I love the vibe already. Thank you so much for welcoming me and actually having me here on this platform. And I'm doing quite great. I'm doing great.
Good. All right. Love to hear it. As I'm sure Jaylaa is going to come in. Jaylaa, if you can hear us. But here's really where I want to start, ladies. As a Jamaican culture, we have a rich music history, and we love our great musicians. I think the only thing we love more is to see our favorite artists unite. You guys are doing that. So just start by telling me, how did this collaboration for Jamaica Cry come into existence? How did that come about?
Oh well, if you do take a good look, I mean a thorough look at Jamaica's industry, you'll see where somebody or people actually need to stand and speak about it or cry out about it. And I've known Jaylaa for a while. If you should see my previous single, which is Karma, you'd actually see Jaylaa vibing with me in Karma. And I have to say, Nashi, who was the video shooter and finally the producer for this song, I mean, the idea was always there to actually highlight some of the major issues that has been taking place in Jamaica. So the idea was always there. So Nashi, he came to me, and he's very close to Jaylaa, and so that connection stood out there. So somehow that specific time, we came together, actually came down with some of the major issues in Jamaica, and we wrote the song, and here we are.
Fantastic. And Jaylaa, if you can hear us anytime, feel free to jump in. But I must also ask, we always have ideas, but how does it feel to go from having that idea to now a finished product that listeners can really consume and love?
Um, I would say I feel elated, but then elated would be an understatement. because so what I'm mostly elated about. I'm glad it actually happens to reach the ear of adults, but what I'm even happier about is that it's actually reaching to the ear of the youths in the industry, because what
Mm,
Jaylaa and I, we were actually trying to implement this method and actually show youths that you can actually do positive music and it takes you further than you even know. So therefore, music or a specific song doesn't have to include sexual contents, scamming, or violence. There's always a more powerful effect when music is positive, and that is why I'm glad youth especially are actually hearing this and listening to this music. And Jaylaa and I, us as young artists, we're gonna have that specific impact on them because we are young too.
mm. You
Mm-hmm.
know, what I'm hearing is it's not just you guys came up with a powerful song, but there's a passion that's resonating. And
Yes.
man, I am so proud of you guys. Here's where I want to go next. You know, many of us we love music. We often fall victim to thinking, when we come up with a clever line or sound half decent in the car, that we're bit by this music bug. But that's not how it works, right? 100% of the time, that's not how it works. So I'll just love to start with, for both of you, when did you fall in love with music and realize this is a gift that you can grow and perfect?
Well, for one, when I started, when I figured out this talent of mine was way back in primary school. I usually sing out loud. Persons would tell me that, oh, you can sing. Then when I reached high school, I started to join choirs. I started joining anything that has to do with singing, talent shows, and yeah. And then one day I did a cover of this Anne Marie friend, and that's where I started getting the exposure and persons telling me, "Oh, you should do this. You need to keep it up." And then I've always loved singing, and it's something that I genuinely love. And yeah, when you genuinely love something that you're doing now, that's a good thing.
Absolutely. The love is the answer, somebody said. And whether you're young or old, this is a formula that you can follow. DJ Whitey, for you, when did this start? When did you realize that, what, this is something I could run with?
I would say my very early years in primary school, but the thing is I'm not only this great writer of music. I'm the type of person what one once it concerns entertainment or passion for the expression of art. I'm the type of
Mm,
person, this specific passion that lies within me. And what exactly happened? I was actually a poet before
mm,
an artist, but what I found myself started doing was I would always try to put a beat to my poems, and then
okay.
as I grew, I actually improved, and then I left from being like a dub poet to an artist. So I started to write songs, and I started to gain a certain level of recognition, and that pushed me even more to try to fulfill what I'm here for and this purpose that I know.
Wow. This is powerful stuff. This is powerful stuff. I want to get to the song. Jamaica Cry, it's a powerful song. And one that not only amplifies the voices of the youth, but I think it taps into the consciousness of Jamaicans across the diaspora who are wondering what in the world is happening to our beautiful culture and country. And so, just from your point of view, what are some of the things you'd like to see fix and be better in Jamaica?
Yeah.
DJ Whitey.
Oh, so as you actually listen to the song, you actually hear some of the major and minor social issues that we've been outlining musically. But what I can say though is that the main thing, like the main aspect those would fall under is actually the mentality of the public. That's the main
Mm,
thing I love to see change, because if we should explain this logically, if a country is governed, let's say by a Christian, not all persons in that country are going to be Christians, even though who is actually governing the country is a Christian. So what I'm basically trying to insinuate here is that if there's a specific government or a government body that is trying to influence a certain method or behavior for positivity, if the public doesn't try to make that internal change or that mental change, then there would be no change at all. So therefore, what has to change before anything, or even those that we're actually outlining in the song, is the mentality of the public, and that is what I would love to see change.
Wow. Absolutely. Full agreement.
Mm-hmm.
Full agreement. Jaylaa Harris, you agree. I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, what I want to quickly ask next is, there's so many, there are young jailers out there. There are young DJ YTs out there. They're listening to you guys. And because you've decided to put in the hard work and show some courage and follow your dreams, they're being inspired by your musical movement. So if there's one piece of advice that you want to just leave with the youth, what would that be?
Well, what I would say to all the young jailers out there is never to give up on your dreams. When you genuinely love something that you're doing, don't give up on that dream and just continue doing it. The progress will show.
Absolutely. DJ White, what would you like to leave with the youth listening right now?
What I would really love to leave with the youths. Um, well, first of all, let me just start by saying I've come to realize and have actually observed that peer pressure is one of the major problems that youths face today. And some of these artists that they're actually looking up to, as role models, they're not setting any examples. So it's like the younger ones are actually being conformed. So what I've been trying to implement, or Jayla and I should say, again, we were trying to implement and show youths that positivity, it goes further, and positivity is more powerful. So once you look at life positive, there is always this positive side to everything that there is. So always try to see the positive side, and you will be surprised how far you reach in life. And what I would like to also say to them, seize every opportunity that there is. Thank you.
Hello. 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 I'm fired up. And it's a part of our culture. When we say everything, Ari, when we think positivity, it's a part of who we are. So I absolutely love that message. As we wrap up, I'm sure you're both thinking this. I could be wrong, but I'm sure you're both thinking it, that Miguel, you're not gonna let us leave and not drop something a cappella, right? Right. So so
Yeah,
let
this,
me
this is when I say wheel and come again.
we like come again, Erwin. So
After,
if you
after all,
if
this
you
is Irish. After all, this is Irish Jam and the
it's
Brit 99 FM. So to the world.
most most definitely. Jayla, if you can hear us, the golden voice, please bless us with something.
Yes, no problem. Well, this piece is called Jamaican Girl. For old, young, middle-aged, all type of girls, I just want to let them know that they're all beautiful. Okay, here I go. Pretty little Jamaican girl, one look at me rock your world. I'm a pretty Jamaican girl, with no female we waistline twirl. I'm a pretty Jamaican girl, yeah we natural we pretty like pearl. I'm a pretty Jamaican girl, we pretty, 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 pretty. Yeah we little but we tell her what. Ah yeah we love pose for the camera. We eat up we am a banana, that's why we run much faster. We're from a
Yeah,
northern
yeah, yeah, yeah,
England.
yeah, yeah, Erwin.
I
Yeah,
see something from Raga Shanti. Tambourine.
yeah, yes, Erwin, tambourine, something. Thank you, Jayla. DJ
You're
Whitey, come
welcome.
show.
All right, so this one is called Terrible. I've not released it as yet, but I just like to put it out there to the public in this way. So let's go for it. Watch it. Me say me terrible like a cancer world. You can't stop me future, go tamper yearn. Me a gangster G, gangster girl. Catch me full of spice like my curls. So watch me kick it up and now a sky time. Skelly and one walk through my time. Not just no shadow after dark. Night time, me realize them a muggle in a eye line, drop it. Watch it make me take the podium and fire like a soldier gun. Come and know so when me spit them spread out like linoleum. Everything me chat them react like said them a sodium. This time them not go hold me down. Me know them want to hold me tongue, but tell them said before me done. Me make the glory run the story come gas up the place petroleum. How with them the when me a shell long auditorium and teacher could do call me down. Them could do with us call me. Call me terrible.
Yeah. Tambourine, Erwin, tambourine. Ladies, thank you so much. Erwin, I'm having a vision. I'm seeing a Melbourne Motivation Festival in the future. I can already tell you who's going to headline that big festival. Oh, wow. So inspired.
You have artists galore.
Galore, Erwin.
A big stage, you know, brethren. Big stage. But this is great.
And I appreciate it. We're planting the seeds now. But as we wrap, ladies, I just want to say thank you again. I must close by saying massive congratulations to you both and all you're doing to live out your dreams. Please continue to stay fearless, you know, as you elevate our beautiful Jamaican culture. Thank you for sharing this meaningful conversation on Melbourne Motivation. And so without a doubt, you can already tell you have our full support. But Jaylaa, DJ Whitey, please tell our listening audience, where can they follow your movement and stream your music?
Okay, well, you can basically find me, Jaylaa, at Jaylaa on all streaming platform, all musical platform. On Instagram, you can find me at The Golden Voice. On Snapchat, The Golden Voice, and Facebook, The Golden Voice, and yes, just The Golden Voice there. That's where you can find me.
Fantastic. DJ Whitey, where can they find you?
Oh, so Facebook, that's DJ Whitey /Britannia. Instagram, that's DJ Whitey 12, and TikTok and Twitter, that's Whitey Lyrical.
Fantastic, ladies. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for sharing this conversation. Again, you know you have our full support, and we're looking forward to all the brilliance that's to come. Thank you so much. Erwin.
Yes, my friend, that was a great presentation there. You know, I first have to put a disclaimer in. I just use Raga Shanti's tambourine. All right, so please, I don't know, go tell him I'm using tambourine. But I think though, listen to the young ladies here tonight. It restores and recertify, I should say, my confidence in our young people. And that is why it amazes me that our leaders, as the president of the chairman of the Jamaica Public Federation, Police Federation said, as our what do you call them, Tamar? As our employers, meaning government. How government can use people like these young ladies to be influencers. That's what eludes me, you know. And I think that listen to the young ladies speak just now. They are very quite eloquent. They articulate well, and I think they are great influencers. And these are the persons we need to see up front with the message. So thank you very much, ladies, and best of wishes in all your endeavors.
Okay, thank you.
So Miguel, how to reach out as you prepare for your turkey? I'm quite certain you purchased you have all your turkey business already, right? I understand stuffing very cheap this year. That's all you guys are stuffing, huh?
You know, Erwin, I'm showing up, you know, just to eat and drink, you know, just to enjoy the vibes.
And you have a Ziploc bags and your pirate stick dish there, right?
You better believe it. Better believe it. But ladies and gentlemen,
all right,
you know my person. You know, I appreciate it. You know, my personal and professional goals are to help the youth be best prepared for college, career, and beyond. Please visit pathofthepurposenyc.com. Use the code IRIE, I-R-I-E, for a discount when purchasing our college study flashcards. Follow Melbourne Motivation on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You'll be able to watch this interview plus more. So until next time, please be safe and live with big energy. Erwin, we'll connect again next week.
All the best, my friends. Take care of yourself, all right?
Thank you.
There you have it. Melbourne Motivation.